Okay. Good morning, everyone. This is Al Rodi. This is 8 for 8. This is beautiful downtown, little bit overcast Halifax, Nova Scotia, but it was a glorious weekend, and I have sunburn to prove it. Today, I want to talk about EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. You know what? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for EFT. I wouldn't have got as close to my spirit as I feel that I am now. Or at least as aware of the spirit that lives within me. Of course, spirit is always with us, but sometimes we're aware of it and sometimes we're not. So I'm much more aware of the spirit that lives within me thanks to EFT. EFT brought me so many gifts. I've met so many amazing people, so many challenges. I've seen so many people overcome so many challenges. Oh, goodness, I didn't realize how emotional I was about this. Overcome so many challenges, so many things, sexual abuse and post-traumatic stress disorder and diabetes. I just got an email today from one of my clients who has Crohn's disease, and although it's not completely healed, his last official medical test was improved, and he feels much better, and he stopped taking his medication for the most part. I never tell people to stop taking their medications, but we kind of hope for that when we work together with EFT. So what made me want to talk about EFT today? Well, I spent the entire long weekend standing on top of a 32-foot extension ladder, painting and scraping the eaves troughs in my house. And anybody who knows me knows that I'm not in the world's best condition, but I love to be active and to stay active. And after a while you're standing on a ladder and your legs start to get tired and your feet start to fall asleep on the rungs. And so what do? So I'm feeling a little bit tired, and I did one little tapping round of EFT while I'm standing on the ladder. Even though my feet hurt and my legs hurt, I love and accept myself. I did a quick minute of EFT. I was revitalized. I was relaxed. I kept on scraping and painting. At one point, I was standing at the very top of the ladder. The ladder was probably in a bad position. It was too straight up, but it was the only place I could find to put it. And the wind started to blow, and I had a paint can in my hand and a paintbrush in the other hand, and I was hanging on to the top rung. And I started to get nervous. Now, I'm not too bad about heights, but all of a sudden, I started to get a little bit nervous because the wind was blowing, and I was going back and forth on this ladder. So I just took a hold of the ladder and I started to tap, even though I'm nervous standing on this ladder. And I added in a little Ho'oponopono, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. And within a minute and a half, I was fine. And the wind stopped blowing. So maybe God heard my prayer. Who knows what? We don't have to understand these things. We just have to know that it all worked out fine. At the end of the day, I was really tired and I didn't want to keep going, but I had just a little bit left to do on this particular part of the project, and so I really wanted to finish it. What did I do? I took a little walk around the block, and then I tapped a little bit, and I said, even though I'm tired, I love and accept myself, and I tapped. My son and his mother went on a long day trip on Saturday, and they were out for about 10 hours. They were literally sailing in a sailboat, swimming in a lake, picnicking, playing in the sand. My son is 7, and mountain biking down a very rough mountain bike trail. He came home bruised and scratched and feeling glorious, tired, maybe a little cranky at the end of the day. And he got into the tub, and as soon as he crawled into the tub, his cuts started to sting really badly. He got a little bit of sun on his legs too. And he started to cry, and his mother got him as clean as she could under the circumstances. He started to cry, and his teeth started to chatter, and the poor guy felt so sad for him. I just sat at the end of the bed and covered him up and tapped for about a minute and a half, and his teeth stopped chattering. I tapped on myself on behalf of him. His teeth stopped chattering, he calmed down, and he fell asleep in about 10 minutes. And so I'm so grateful to EFT. But the thing is that we forget. We forget to do it. Don't we? Most of you are here because of EFT. If you don't know about EFT, you can go to my website at EFTatlantic.com. Paul can post it to a link. I'm sure there's a link there somewhere. And but most of you are here because you know me through emotional freedom techniques. I do private sessions. I work with people individually. I run a group for the last 3 years on Tuesday nights, and I'm so grateful for that group. It's helped me in so many amazing ways. So what I want to do is remind us to do EFT, and that's what this was about. This whole 8 for 8 would not have happened if it wasn't for EFT. And so I'm very grateful to Gary Craig, the founder, and for all of the tens of thousands of EFT practitioners out there who are adding to it. Patricia Carrington, Carol Look, and Margaret Lynch, and Nick Ordner, who's done such a huge amount of work for the development of EFT. And so tapping on the karate chop point, even though I often forget to tap, I love and accept myself deeply and completely. Even though I forget to tap, I love and forgive myself deeply and completely. Sometimes I forget to tap. I choose to remember to tap on a regular basis for whatever it is that I can imagine that I might want to tap for. You'll have to listen to that one again. And I love and accept myself deeply and completely. Sometimes I forget I need to tap. Oh well. Sometimes I forget I want to tap. Oh well. Sometimes I forget that I want to tap. I love and forgive myself. I love and accept myself. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you. This has been Al Rodi. This is 8 for 8. I'm so grateful for your participation. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me and thank you. Have a great week and stay closer to your spirit. Have a great week.